Married at First Sight Season 16 is well underway, with the Nashville couples returning from their honeymoons in paradise to take on the challenges of the real world, but, along the way, several cast members displayed glaring red flags. With a lot of familiar dynamics occurring in this season of the show, the red flag behavior is even easier to spot. Previews from later in the season confirm that a certain disaster awaits at least one of the Nashville pairings. Throughout the seasons, Married at First Sight has had some very obviously toxic cast members. From unfixable communication issues to rage-filled tantrums and cool dismissals, this show has room for any number of nasty behaviors from its cast members. Married at First Sight Season 16 cast member Eris Williams is pompous and dismissive. Whether the couples stay married or get divorced on decision day or beyond can be tricky to predict in the beginning, but as the season progresses, and more red flags are revealed, it's easier to determine who was and who wasn't ready to get married. 10 Kirsten giving Shaquille the cheek meetings at the altar can be indicative of issues to come or not, but Kirsten Grimes and Shaquille Dillon seem to spell doom for the happy couple as the wedding did not go off without a hitch. With doubt in the experts growing, Married at First Sight cast members naturally come in with reservations. Having mentioned that she wouldn't kiss him at the altar, Kirsten choosing to turn her cheek to Shaquille was a very pointed, deliberate decision and something her friends would certainly have picked up on. Though she later chalked it up to Shaquille not asking if he could kiss her, that doesn't necessarily line up with what she discussed pre-wedding. 9 McKinley's Dominique's misadventures. McKinley Gilbert and Dominique Claus's large age gap went relatively unnoticed as the pair traversed the grand adventures that awaited them on their honeymoon. Though a lack of desire to try new things isn't necessarily a red flag, in this situation, Mac and Dom's mismatched sense of adventure was troubling. These two are not the first couple to have butted heads during the honeymoon, and it almost always spells disaster. Even with the experts handpicking each MAFS Season 16 couple, there are bound to be some misses. 8 Eris attraction to Jasmine, or not? Eris had a good number of red flags under his belt from the wedding and honeymoon episodes of Married at First Sight Season 16. The least offensive of these was his two-faced comments about and to his wife, Jasmine Sekerist. On their own, his conversations surrounding his attraction level to his wife were nothing to bat an eye at. However, his manipulation of the truth in different situations certainly raised an eyebrow. 7 McKinley's mom. For many reasons, Dom's post-wedding, pre-honeymoon conversation with Mac's mom was wildly uncomfortable. Not only did Mac's mom disparage the entire experience, but she completely brushed off Dom's concern about race, saying that marriage is a difficult thing. Though opinions can and often are different from parent to child, the way Dom was treated by Mac's mom did not pave the way for a positive relationship. 6 Eris' cousin. Another MAFS family member that unintentionally stole the show was Eris's cousin. Leading up to the wedding, her negativity permeated every conversation she had with Eris, and that same negativity bled into the wedding day. Jasmine's reaction to Eris's cousin, who seemed very important in Eris's life, was not particularly enthusiastic. The relationship between the two women, which will be important for the success of the marriage, got off to a rocky start. 5 Clint's comments about Gina's body. Clint Webb's behavior on the honeymoon toward his wife, Gina Micheletti, left everyone feeling uncomfortable. Though the pair made up before returning home, Clint's comments about Gina's body prompted several difficult conversations among the Married at First Sight cast members. Therefore, it's possible Gina and Clint were matched for drama. Problematic in their own right, Clint's comments were made even worse coming on the heels of Gina's confession of not vibing with his ginger appearance. Since he voiced his attraction on the wedding night, Clint disparaging Gina's body type was immature and a sign of low emotional intelligence. For Dom's mom, another mom to make the list of early red flags on Married at First Sight season 16 is Dom's mom, who admittedly was the one to sign Dom up for the show. It was never established on the show to what extent Dom's mom signed her up, as the process to be selected is quite lengthy and intensive, but the fact that Dom did not choose to enter the process on her own is not a great sign for her marriage. Many theories have developed about why Dom's mom signed her up for MAFS, but overall, it's not a good look for Dom. 3. Heiress romantic history. One thing that many Married at First Sight couples encounter is the feeling of being in love. Cast members want to be on the show for any number of reasons, one of which is that they have never been in love before. Heiress declaring this to his wife Jasmine understandably gave her pause and some anxiety about her ability to satisfy his needs. With someone as interior-focused as Heiress being so uncomfortable falling in love, this pair is going to need a lot of help from the experts to overcome that staple Married at First Sight hurdle. 2. Chris meltdown. Christopher Thielke and Nicole Lilienthal had an easy, fast connection that only grew during their honeymoon. Chris' breakdown, finding out his dogs couldn't move into the apartment during filming, was met with a cool, calm, collected Nicole. Though the pair were able to easily navigate this near disaster, Chris' immediate emotional reaction was an unexpected obstacle early on. Nicole's willingness to leave her dog with a relative for Chris could cause resentment later on. 1. Heiress Bacon comments the deepest shade of red in Married at First Sight season 16's early red flags were found on Heiress's breakfast plate. His first comment to Jasmine about her eating bacon was strange, but not strange enough to cause a problem. The second time Heiress talked to Jasmine about her eating was not okay, which automatically made Heiress the MAFS season 16 villain. His ultimate desire to control her food intake was highly concerning and is something that is bound to come up again as the show continues.